Right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another game of Fury of Dracula. And this one we've got something a little bit different for you, with some of the games that have been happening in the European and also the American spring regionals competition. I've been reacting to some games, sort of post-commentary style, and today we're going to be looking at Quincy Morris's latest upload. I mean, by the time this video comes out, there might be another one that Quincy released. Just depends on timing. But anyway, I wanted to. This is one where he's playing as hunters against Piratejoe. There is another game which I wanted to do where he's playing against Fangs of Fire, but I've had very limited recording time this week. I'm recording this on the 14th of April, by the way. So I haven't had time. Hopefully this weekend coming up, I'll be able to record and I'll be able to put both post-game reactions out at the same time. But anyway, so I haven't watched this game at all. Normally I watch Quincy's uploads every week, but I haven't watched this one yet. So I've got no idea what happens. I think I know the result because obviously I'm in the Discord, so I see these the results from the games. But I can't actually remember in terms of like the score, like how big the victory was. And obviously I have no idea. And it says the title of the video is Why Night Supply is Awesome. Who knows what happened? So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Hopefully the sound levels are sort of balanced between me and Quincy. So yeah, anyway, let's hop into it, and I'll pause in between and we can see our reactions to things. And yeah, it's a bit weird actually. I've never Quincy in the early days, probably about well, I wouldn't say not quite a year ago, maybe 10 months ago, did a critique a couple of my games. But I've never actually looked back at any of Quincy's games like on camera, so it's actually going to be quite fun to have the roles reversed. So anyway, hopefully I'm not going to be too harsh in my criticism. No, I don't think so. Let's get into it and hopefully enjoy it. I'll leave the link for the original video down below, so if you just want to hear Quincy's original perspective without hearing me chirping in with my stupid comments, then you can. Right, let's get going.
Hello and welcome to another game of Fury of Dracula. Another tournament game going on here against Piratejoe. I play as hunters. And yeah, he's trying to decide where to go. And we'll just commence with the game. Evil Presence, hate to see it early.
I'm just going to say this just as a weird comment. I find it very fascinating how, because anybody who knows me will know that my hunter setup is a variation of Quincy's. And when I first joined the community, this was pretty much the setup. I mean, Van Helsing's starting position changed a little bit throughout England or throughout Britannica, but always with Mina and Godalming separated. But then eventually I brought them together on 58. And it's just really funny to me how there's so many times I go into games to spectate or just other people or whatever, or if I'm Dracula and people playing hunters against me, my setup gets used. Which I find is really weird because yeah, I've got my reasons for it, but there are merits to Quincy's setup too. And I find it very interesting how suddenly the meta shifted towards my setup. So I'm really happy that sort of Quincy's almost stuck with his setup and is sort of sticking to his gun, so to speak, on it. There's definitely advantages to it. I'd say my setup is more efficient. The fact that you've got them both on the same space, so Godalming and Mina can trade instantly. The psychic scan means it rules out Austro-Hungary immediately. Dracula often doesn't go there anyway because there's the risk of psychic scanning. But with Quincy's setup, you've got the more sort of the unpredictable factor of, do the hunters go down to 57 to psychic scan, but they probably won't do that very early because obviously it's a small city. They could scan Germany or Austria-Hungary, so it sort of rules out sort of 3 regions potentially, whereas mine only really does 1. They could later on rail down into Venice, but I don't like that because if you go all the way down into Venice and then they've started in Baltica, it's really hard to get back again unless you've got an extra web to go across to Valona or something. So I think there's definitely merit. I think to every hunter setup there are merits. It's just trying to create as many advantages and eliminate as many disadvantages as possible. But somebody else could join the community, or even somebody who's existing in the community come up with a completely different setup, and that might be the new thing. Metas shouldn't be fixed. I'm not saying that my setup is the setup that should be used for eternity. If someone else comes along, there's been a new, I'm going to now butcher the pronunciation. Is it Aeternum? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm sorry. There's a new player that's joined the community recently. We've been having quite a lot of sort of back and forth privately on Discord about it, and we're talking about why is it Van Helsing that starts here and not Seward, and and there's some legitimate points that they made about, well, maybe should to start there, because then if Dracula does start in the UK, often that's not common, because then they'll have to leave eventually and there's sea travel involved, so Dracula naturally gets hurt. But if Seward starts there, he can deal with Dracula a little bit more easily than Van Helsing can, because Van Helsing is typically the weakest hunter in terms of health, not in terms of bites, but in terms of health. So there's maybe merit to Seward starting there instead of Van Helsing. So there's no like set in stone way here. Like people can come along and do different things. I actually saw a recent Quincy video. It wasn't a recent one. It was a very old one. But he said something really important, which I think was true. Is if you think a setup, if you have an idea for a setup, play it a few times. Because you will develop, obviously, in just one game, because there's so much randomness with this game, with hired scouts and newspaper, blah, blah, blah. You need to play it for a few games, and you'll get a sense over the course of, say, 10, a dozen games kind of thing. You'll get the sense if your setup has what are the weaknesses and what are the strengths of your setup. And then if there are any weak points, then you know where to target with hired scouts. I sometimes do it with a variational setup where I put Seward up here in Bordeaux. But then every single time that happens, Dracula starts in Spain. It's almost like a meme now. Every time I flip the cards, like, oh yeah, it's Granada, isn't it? Oh yeah, of course it's Granada, right? So once you look at setups, you understand their strengths and weaknesses. And I know I've done a lot of videos about mine, but I think it's important for new players when they come into the community. Just when I first joined, I took things at face value, which is fine. Like when you're learning the game, but don't sit there and just automatically assume that this is the best way to do something. Once you get to grips with things, feel free to then actually contemplate, maybe there could be a better way to do this. But anyway, right, enough rambling.
I am pretty tired, but I'm in the middle of tax season and Holy Week, and it's just a big, stressful time of year. But glad that I could have time to play my requisite game. I just recorded a video for a board game I was looking up called The Hunt. That's coming out. It's a asymmetric deductive combat game set in World War II, which is interesting to me. So you can look for that. It's a unnecessary critique of cards. I may start doing more videos of that, of me just critiquing cards in games. The problem is I basically can mostly only do it on games that like there's a digital copy of the card, so I can record it on my computer. Not a whole lot of games have that. Have just like a digital copy of each card. And I don't really want to do it for Fury of Dracula, because one actual fun thing about Fury of Dracula is the lore of the cards. You may not know this if you only play digital edition, but in the physical edition there is actually flavor text on, I think, all of the events, which is really fun and cool. And that's part of a card anytime you want to critique it. So, yeah. And that was removed from the digital edition, so...
Yeah, I must admit, over the summer, when I got my physical board game out again, I hadn't realised there was so much flavor text on the cards. I think because every time I played the board game, I always played as Dracula, not as the Hunters. Obviously then, Dracula doesn't get many events. But I think it's really cool that there's a flavor text. I guess you could only critique them from the sense of, like, is the card good? But then, Roscoe and I have done the Hunter, the Hunter and Dracula event tier list, plug. Quincy's done one as well. So I think, that's ground that's been covered quite a bit. I guess the only way could be if we were going to improve the card, then how do we improve it? But then, really, I guess the only cards I can think of that you'd like to try to improve would be things like Blood Transfusion and Long Night. I think Long Night would be a pretty easy fix. Just make it that you could activate it at night, at dusk, before. Because it's so annoying, like having to activate it at dawn, right? It's better just to move first, and then if you think, oh, now I need Long Night, play it. But still, like, I don't think I'd ever use it anyway. But I think the fact that it gives you that little bit of flexibility, it might be the sort of thing you might need. And then Blood Transfusion, I don't know how you even make Blood Transfusion good, to be honest. I guess you try and do it so it removes all the bites. I don't know. I don't know how that would be good, honestly. But anyway.
I don't know if it would be doing justice to review the cards without that information.
Yeah, but the fact that a lot of it is connected, and I haven't read all of the book yet, but the fact that the cards are based upon events and things that happen in the book, I think that's just really awesome. It's really, really, really cool.
Okay, we'll get rid of that garlic. I
Hmm.
may or may not hold on to the dogs, I'm not sure. Depends.
I just always
Speedy
assume.
Telegraph, a good card to have.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Excellent
good.
Weather, a good card to have. Got some good movement cards going on, and some bad ones.
Sense of emergency. Yeah,
Such is how it goes.
I'm not so keen
We'll
on holding
probably
on to
wanna move
dogs.
at some point so that we can get that glue ticket out of here.
Yeah, that's the problem with this.
You really don't want a glue ticket on God Galming. Ooh, especially if you have both of them like that.
Well, at least he got it that way. So he can now, he's not going to throw one back into the pile. So that you're going to have to move
Get the
Mina over
last
tomorrow.
one.
Or maybe move Godalming over. I mean, Godalming hasn't got great stuff. I just supply and move Mina over. I'm going to get a horse that way.
Move Mina to Godalming.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, dog and crucifix you can chuck potentially if you get like horse and heavenly host or horse and knife or something.
Forewarned is good to have.
And classic misdirect.
And it's good to get glue tickets. I mean, we don't have horses yet, but the horses will come.
Yeah, you're just preparing for them. It's fine.
Eventually.
Yeah. I guess this is a situation where you kind of, you almost don't want to get newspaper early because you want to have time to supply them up and get the horse out. There you go.
There we go. Okay.
That's the way.
Yeah, now things are starting to look reasonable. I'm actually going to hold on to the crucifix because as a surprise item, I kind of like the idea of the crucifix.
Oh, Aggie.
I will take her for the... Since I have so many movement abilities, I'll take her for the ally.
Okay. It pains me to say this, but especially now I've been playing even more and more since Roscoe and I did the Hunter event tier list. I think if I was going to redo that tier list, I would put Aggie up at least a tier higher. Probably not S tier. I think that's a little bit OP, but I think having her on equal footing of Rufus, because I think especially now a lot of Draculas are not actually going to see that much. There's a lot more of land movement stuff going on. So Rufus is kind of at the moment doesn't feel as strong as he used to. Draculas are becoming a lot more crafty at staying on land for longer. So yeah, maybe now the strength of Aggie is kind of kicking in a bit more.
I was gonna say because I had so many movement abilities, maybe I should have searched with her, but I'm fine with the combat buff.
I would have allied her.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how much they like the combat buff for her, so give it a shot.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, yeah, unless you have a surprise return already,
Right,
I would have never allied in that situation. You need to get weapons.
Yeah, I guess this is the way to do it.
Oh no, give her the horse. Give her the horse.
Actually, let's trade the horse.
Yeah. And I'll just keep it as is. Doesn't really matter about the garlic reef, honestly.
Like a good idea. Yeah. And we do want that final glue ticket.
That's right. Not many events to trade, so there's no point trading yet. Nice. Ooh, food economy. That's good.
I'll try for the blue ticket. Since we have an early horse, it is
Oh, well,
in our best interest to try to get that.
Well, the horse economy is really good, actually. That's a good horse economy early. Yeah, just need one more glue ticket. No rumor token yet, but Piratejoe might put it on now. Yep, there you go.
Okay, we'll take care of this. We may want to be trading for that sense of emergency. Just so it's on tap to use.
Hey, oh, nice.
To move faster. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll get rid of the crucifix.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you trust a rifle for a crucifix, I would have also potentially confuse if Dracula's looking at the discard pile.
Night supply with Seward with all these top decked events.
Ooh, stake, that's decent. Use it to Vampire Lair, or mean Van Helsing can stay back. Ooh, nice. No weapon was a bit of a shame. We got an escape route, so that's pretty decent.
So it's actually even odds. I think I might risk it.
Ooh, okay.
Because I'm a little worried about this.
I think you got enough movement. I don't think
And
it's.
these items are pretty bad. I'll risk it.
Your horse economy is pretty good. Oh, well, that's all right.
I'll take it.
Wow.
Rewards, and that's why you risk it.
Holy moly! Well, I can see now why it's titled like that. That is absolutely unreal. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hamburg.
Oh, that's all right.
Do I wanna
That's
trade for the...
that's easily dealt with. Yep, 2 rail moves. You don't even have to risk horses.
Yeah.
1 rail move and a normal move. That's perfect. Perfect. That is a pretty tilting night supply, though.
That's fine.
If I was a track, I'd be pretty pissed off about that. But fair enough. I mean, you know, sometimes the deck's like that.
Aha!
Well, very good. Oh, well, you can go by horses then. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. The first one.
Sometimes it's worth it to buy.
Yeah.
That's true. Sometimes it's worth it. And the reason I waited a night supply until there were 3 on the space is because I'm like, okay, I would really benefit from an event, or from newspaper reports. Whereas if I did it when there were only 2 out, that's not worth the risk. Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have a weapon, sadly. So if it's a bait, but then doesn't matter. Should have time to heal though. I mean, actually, Kadami's got a stake, so he could just go and deal with it, I suppose. Unless you stay put one day and you psychic scan.
This stuff. I
Oh,
can be hunting for Dracula later.
I probably would have gone later, honestly.
Okay, yeah, he went here,
Yeah,
and then
had-
wolf form. So there's a decent chance.
Oh, I
he's
guess
at
if-
59 right now.
I guess if Berlin was a delay card, then that would have been pretty bad.
Over here, and then a wolf formed.
I probably wouldn't have. Would have
And
moved
I'm gonna
only
have
as.
you supply. 'Cause I don't know which way he's going, and I need more. I'm gonna need more events to win the game.
I don't know if I would have moved Sword up that far. Because there's a risk. Let's think about this. He's moved 2 away from Hamburg, and then Wolf. You're potentially wolf forming. You're potentially going. I know Sword can backtrack, but maybe it doesn't really matter. Yeah, maybe Paris is fine. Yeah. You can go as far as 15.
More than those of which I have. You have an escape route, so I'm okay with being a little reckless with you. I want to see if he wolf formed from Nuremberg. He did not. Okay.
So he could be. So let's think about this then. So yeah, he could have gone to 9, and then he's wolf formed to 39 or 15. As far as west he could be. He could have gone to 21 and has wolf formed to 24 or 60 or 38. So that's as far. That's basically the line. 38 running all the way through to Nom. That's as far as Dracula could be. But then Dracula could be now moving to 8, and then the problem is then Seward's moved past him. Whereas if Seward was sitting in 8, that would probably deter Dracula more from going. Well, he's in 39, he's trapped. Or it might deter Dracula from going into Spain because Seward's closer. But
That is good.
yeah, the fact he didn't wolf form from I don't know why you're doing that, because the fact he didn't wolf form from 41 is pretty key to know.
Why?
Which means he can't be in Italy either, because he can't be in Venice. He could be in Zurich or Geneva, but he can't be in Milan or in Marseille. He can't be in 57. So yeah, actually, the ruling out Nuremberg is actually really key. Yeah, his moves gonna be a lot more restricted.
Alright, maybe I can improve the horse economy. Horse economy improved.
Mina needs a weapon though. I don't like her running around with just a garlic. That's asking for trouble. Oh yeah, sorry. End of the day yawn. I'm recording this at like 11 o'clock at night.
If this is bats, I think we don't use forewarned, because
Yeah.
if we go here, we're gonna need to be moving from here anyway, so the movement
Nah.
of bats is actually fine.
Never use forewarned in that situation, I don't think.
I don't think we need to use speedy telegraph, because again, we need to take care of his trail.
Yeah. So I would check probably 38 now, and I'll get Sue to check like 39 or 15. I guess 15. 15 is the worst, because it gives him a route into Spain.
Okay, we'll check 9, see if he will form from there. If he had waited to misdirect, it could have been much worse. Keep supplying, because he could go to see
that's
where
nice.
he is at. And like I said, we need more events.
Oh, double speedy telegraph. Yikes, that's awkward. Or maybe you get them to meet up and you could psychic scan France.
Go to Hamburg. Let's see if he went to Frankfurt. He did. Okay. Well formed from Frankfurt. Good to know.
See, he could be in 38. Could have been in 38 or 60. Probably 60, I'd reckon.
All right. Let's see what you got here.
And maybe went to Marseille. That'd be my gut feeling. Or he could be in 37 now.
It's a vampire.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't ambush that. Okay, fair enough.
And
Fair enough.
let's see. I guess he could have gone to Paris. This, we actually want to start thinking about scanning. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Italy scan's pretty
We
important.
could get both of them here and scan Italy or something. That would be pretty nice.
Seward has a horse. So yeah, you could do that next turn.
I should probably trade one of these to Godalming. Yeah, here you can have a speedy telegraph. And we'll see what this is. We could take some damage and be delayed. Ah, it's just damage. Alright.
Nice. So having the garlic doesn't matter.
Ain't no problem.
Ah, but the problem is now he knows all your items. Because you're revealing garlic and you have a steak and a horse.
Okay, I think we do maybe check 42 just because he could have wolf formed there.
No, you
Though
just
I think it's evident that he's down in.
you're just in Paris, so that's impossible. He might be in Paris now. If he'd somehow gone round the long way, he could have gone 24. He could have been 24-15, and he's now in 54.
Right. Let's see if he went to Leipzig.
Yeah.
He did. Okay.
No.
Check and see if he went to Paris. It's a bad idea if he did. I mean, you don't want to go to Paris.
No, you just came from there, so that's impossible. So that's a wasted move, sadly. But
I want to try to get another event.
having Van Helsing just supplying is fine. You're not in a.
Surprising return.
Ah, I see. You want to know you're going to get that. That's unlucky. Go to 24. I say 24, 60. I think 60 or 38 actually. I think 38 because you need supply.
Yeah, I got to be able to scan Italy.
Oh, yikes. That's unfortunate.
Okay, let's at least check what this is. It's a spy.
Oh, yeah.
I will discard the gun.
That's an easy choice because he's in a big city, so you just apply next day. Yeah. Rats doesn't matter.
Actually,
Oof.
need this.
Drax actually bought himself a bit of time because of the
Well,
lost
actually,
move to
better for me
Paris.
try to go down into a space adjacent to Mina. Trading. We should probably trade one of these to Seward. Just get our event situation situated. I will give a surprising return. I will take an escape route. I will give a sense of emergency. Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, Dracula could be moving into 48 or 4 right now, but the problem is you can't commit Seward to 48. Because imagine if he rails Seward down to 48 and he's not there, where else could Dracula be? He could be like moving to 20 now, and now Seward's like, you know, at least 2 turns away. assuming good fast horse rolls. So yeah, it's pretty.
Suppose you could have gone to 44. That's worth checking.
Oh, true. I even thought about that. Yeah, 44. Oh crap. Yeah, you could be like in 59 now then. And moving to 49.
I'll scan Italy.
That's actually in the end a decent
That'll
wolf
give us a
form.
lot of info in the event that he isn't there.
Yeah, the fact he
really
didn't miss.
misdirect this location. That would
I.
probably be a good idea. Place telegraph. Either of them.
It's a really good encounter. That's the problem, right? You don't think you're going to misdirect something later. That's right.
Wax cylinders, nice. All right, let's see if we can get a roll here with these horses.
I'd go to 24
Okay.
or 60.
Let's go to Zurich.
If he's not there, I'd check 24 then.
Aha!
Oh wait.
Oh, looks like he wolf formed here and then went to Zurich.
Or he wolf formed to Munich and then went to it, but most likely 24, because I can't remember. Was Mina?
Reveals some info for me.
Mina was in 58. It was very risky.
Digging for events.
Yeah, he must have got to 24. Munich would have been such a risky wolf form with Mina right beside you.
Maybe I should have hired
Oh,
scouts.
oh wow,
That's useful.
that's very good.
Let's see if he went.
Marseille and Milan, I'd say, or Marseille and Genoa, because then you know he would have gone to Venice then.
Here or here? He didn't. Fascinating.
So that either means he went from Munich, from Zurich to Munich, or he did wolf form to Munich originally and then went to Zurich and then Geneva. He's heading down this way. I think it's most likely that Dracula's in 59 right now. It's my gut feeling.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you went down to Milan.
Well, he could have gone via Venice. That's true. Yeah, Milan then Venice. Yeah. No.
He didn't.
Ooh.
I was gonna scan, but I'm so close to him now. Okay, so he's not here or here. Did he go to Munich?
Yeah, that looks likely at this stage. Yeah.
Backtrack into me?
Because he couldn't get into Venice. He could be in Venice now. He could have gone
This has
Munich
to
then
be
Venice.
Geneva, right?
That would be a really good bluff if he went to Munich, but then backtracked into Venice,
no.
and all the hunters jumped
Let's try to get
east.
those wax cylinders.
But I don't know how long that charade would last, unless he now moves to 25 and the hunters don't expect him to be there. Ah. Yeah, Munich has caused. We've seen Munich cause issues in other games in the league.
It's a vampire.
Oh. Oh, nice bait into a night fight. No stake this time.
Okay, well, Mina can take care of this.
Yeah, he's got a holy circle. So that's pretty unfortunate.
Circle.
Piratejoe played that quite well, not to have ambushed to bait him into a knife fight, but he's got a holy circle to deal with it.
No, I'll try and escape. If I get mesmerized, maybe I'll try to dodge. But if I take damage, I can heal from it so fast. Yeah, holy circle not really worth it on. Okay.
Yeah, you got a stake right beside here. I think this is actually a really important, like, I've been talking about it quite a lot in my games, but something for hunters to realize is know when to pick your fights. He could try to kill this vampire with sword. All he has to do is just punch, and you know that first turn could have been, and then play rifle with holy bullets, and that's the vampire dead. But there's so many things that could go wrong with this. Gets mesmer, you know, he could have got his punch could have been strength, and then do you try to play rifle with holy bullets? But then the vampire's going to be left on 1 health. The vampire's going to escape round 4 probably. So there's a risk then you won't be able to kill it. So there's no point expending resources to kill this vampire when there's a hunter with a stake right beside. Just get out of the fight. If you have to use holy circle, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too.
Yeah, okay, let's,
Just understand the objective of every fight you're in. Do you really need to kill this vampire now? No. Then don't show any of your weapons then. Oh. Okay, well that works.
I'm out. Peace.
That works.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna need, like, supplies and stuff. You need to grab wax cylinders from Godalming. Grab this. I will give... Excellent. No, I'll hold on to this, actually. Yeah.
I'm just so stressed. Look at Mina with just a
238.
garlic.
We're gonna have him supply a time or two.
Just supply one turn and get any
19,
weapon.
Yeah, we don't want to be night supplying right now. So it's 18 and 53.
We'll get Godalming and her to meet up in Munich, and then you can trade it over. Oh, then someone's got to do a 24. Oh, Mina has to deal with. Ah, for God's sake! So you need to get Mina to deal with 60. Sue to deal with 24. Godalming goes to 38, and then you have to try and get them all to meet up. Yeah, but then Draco's gonna be getting further away from you. But I think sometimes these trades have to be done. It's kind of tricky, trying to prioritize things. Yep, going to 38 is good. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, okay, but so you did go to 24. Right, you went to Geneva, that's fine. Oh, shit.
Okay, in this case I will play Forewarned.
I don't know about that. Would I play Forewarned in that situation? Oh, maybe yeah, because then he could push you into the vampire at night and really hurt Godalming. Oh, maybe it's justified. Yeah. Yep. But that's also good for Dracula. That's fog is now more powerful.
You need to get to a big city is the problem.
You need to check 24. Oh man, you could backtrack. You go to Geneva, then backtrack the next day to Munich. Oh wait, he didn't. Oh, I thought he had a gun with holy bullets. Oh well, geez, he's very poorly equipped then.
Sort of closer to where he went.
Oh, I get that move. Yeah, okay. That's probably would.
Because of that, I'm gonna start moving.
That's interesting. That's a move I'd probably never make actually. I kind of like that. Yeah. Oh, but what about Geneva? What about Geneva? You got one day to deal with it. What if it's a vampire? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'd use escape route there, because what happens if you run into something in Geneva?
Where's the 2 get out of jail free cards? If you say so. I'm not sure if you have. Not sure I would put it that way, but maybe I would.
Using Forewarned on the bats is fine. But now the fact that Dracula knows that that Forewarned's gone, and there's only one other copy in the deck, and the hunters may not get it. So I think... I don't know if I would have used Forewarned on bats here. It's not a critical situation, but maybe, I don't know. Okay. I understand why.
I don't want to risk a night supply as much as I'm tempted to. Let's just improve our economy.
I like that he didn't use excellent weather. I kind of like that.
Alright, that's a dead vampire.
Because now excellent weather is freed up.
See if this is something bad.
So you can use it for later on. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have used escape route there. I'd have done a normal fight. Because it's a D fight, you're not going to get bitten from it. And then if you run into something really, really bad at night in Geneva, like a fighter vamp, you can just escape route out, and then the Dracula gets, 3-4 points. You're always having to think ahead about what could happen down the line, because no one else is going to do it in Geneva, are they? At least the way, because now he's forewarned, Godalming is saved basically 2 turns. So can supply or move immediately. I would supply, you need to get horses. If Dracula's going easy, you need to get horses to chase. There's only... okay, well... that's fine.
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's important. But...
a little low on items, but...
yeah, Godalming's not re-equipped to deal with all that stuff. He needs some movement.
Rail on over to here, because it improves our horse economy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's there.
Crap.
Oh my.
And he's so poorly equipped.
Well, that's fascinating.
With a crucifix and a holy bows but no gun. Oh my days. That is grim. That is a grim
Could
situation.
get awkward.
Yeah. Just a smidge awkward. Ooh. Alright.
Seward does not a lot of stuff.
No. No, don't show the crucifix. No way, no way,
Oh, I dodged. I thought I played escape.
no way. Oh dear.
Well, I incorrectly played correctly.
But then, what's the chance that you have a mesmerize? Unlikely, but the thing is... Oh.
You have all the negate cards. I had a forewarned.
Oh, and the escape route, I suppose. But now the escape route would have been handier on Seward now in this situation, not using it on Mina just for a new vampire fight in the day. The more and more I play, the more adamant I am that like escape route should only be used at like night fight situations or fights with drag.
I think I did.
Because Dracula can count all of these cards and might be able to bait hunters into really bad situations.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret having not gotten him more stuff. I wish Van Helsing was on a city right now so I could trade in the escape route and the wax cylinders.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll take 2 damage. We can heal out of that.
I forgot Van Helsing had the second one. Yeah, I moved him across. That's pretty unfortunate. He wasn't to know he was going to bump right into him, I suppose. But wait, how did... Oh, Dracula went to 11. I don't see Dracula's doing that very much. Going from 59 to 11, then to 53. I'm hoping he would jump past him, going to 49 maybe. Intriguing. And the good thing about this is like Gadami has very poor movement. There is a sense of emergency kicking about, but like there's all small cities, so it's never going to resupply. So Dracula should be able to get out of this situation as long as he doesn't take a lot of damage from Seward's crucifix. Will be able to navigate around this problem, I think.
Well, as much as I want to trade now...
Just land, I'd say.
Yeah, I will. I'll land now.
Oh, do you really go to Geneva? Oh man, I don't
Go
know.
for Geneva with nothing, hoping that it's like an aristocratic vampire? Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, that's why I would have held on to at least the escape route for this, but fair enough. I'm going to say this too, obviously. All my comments are clearly from a backseat driver's perspective, and I'm also not playing with, you know, the perspective of hindsight. And also Quincy said at the beginning that he was feeling tired, and I've played it too. When you're trying to play tired, it's a completely different game. So, you know, this is not, I don't want to be sounding overcritical, it's just talking about things that are happening in the game, but no.
Maybe unwise, but I'll give it a shot.
Oh, well, yeah, you want to be into a knife fight, right?
Things get a little hairy.
Right, Seward could die here if this doesn't go a certain way. You got the hidden crucifix, but the problem is once you've revealed it, that's all you've got. That's all you have.
This item I'm keeping unrevealed. I do have Sister Agatha.
Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, Sister Agatha's going to be decent. But Dracula's probably not going to escape his bat, because he's got a vampire there.
Right.
Oh, well...
And what's great here is that I'm actually doing damage to him because of this Sister Agatha.
Oh, yeah, he healed one and took 2. Wow.
That's kind of fun.
I guess he thought it'd be a heavenly host, I suppose. Oh well. That could have been way worse for the hunters. And, you know.
Okay, I think we will search this location. We do have dogs, so...
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Aha! We rid of the saboteurs
Oh,
for free.
yeah. Oh, nice dogs. And the dogs are kept as well.
Rest.
Hmm.
And I will trade with Seward. I'm a little worried about him. Get yourself wax cylinders, escape route. Give me that sense of emergency and
Yeah, speedy telegraph you could ditch.
speedy telegraph. Why not?
Or even surprising return.
Well, no, you can give speedy telegraph. Well, yeah, give me the speedy telegraph. And this is risky, but let's see what it is. It's a hoax.
Oh.
Woo!
Wow.
Good choice.
Wow. That was close. Very close. Really nice play by Drac there.
Probably have to night supply.
Because Munich is like a slightly higher traffic zone, it's more likely that the Huns would have stumbled into it first, used the stake on it, and then would have feared Geneva. Or opposite way round, they used the stake on Hoax, and then Zurich is going to mature after. So either way, decent combo actually. I kind of like that.
Which I hate to do, but sometimes you gotta do it. Unless we go to like 6.
That's the right decision. Yep.
I think Van Helsing.
There's no stakes at all.
Get there in time. Theoretically, I think he might be able to.
Oof.
With surprising return.
What? I think it means sense of emergency. Yep. I do have good movement now though. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, you might get there in time.
Okay, let's move like. He doesn't have horses. That's kind of rough.
You have to go to 50. That's the only way you can do it.
Like
Drac has Wolfall, by the way.
You are going to.
You have to go back and supply, but the problem is 11. Maybe go to 10 and supply.
Yeah, so he actually went to 11 and then 53. Wow.
And now you're getting a bit ahead of him then, if you're going to 10. But you're going to have to supply, so you're not gaining turns on Drac.
Oh yeah. If it comes to it, we can use surprise return. I hate to use a rail like this, but
It's fine.
Is how it goes. Delayed.
It's not a bad rail move. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you can get there in time with sense of emergency.
Pass.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to supply, which I hate to do.
Oh wow. Oh.
Such is how it goes.
Depending on what that card is, maybe night supplies aren't so awesome. It just depends. From Hans' perspective, you have to hope it's something like a roadblock or something. Oh, just imagine if that hoax had gone off though.
Beat Dracula when he gets Dracula events. Sometimes
Heavenly Host though is good. That's kind of nice. Need to get horse not good arming. I must admit, as a hunter, I definitely err on the side of caution. I am way more conservative when I play, in general. Because, you know, I don't trust myself in combat.
I like holding on to Long Night as just a thing for him to look at instead of something damaging. Let's check Sophia. The event that he's there, I think we'll move.
Oh, he's not there. Oh, that's interesting.
A knife. I'll take that over the Holy Bullets.
Oh, now Seward's very well equipped. Oh, yikes.
Okay, now we're loaded for bear.
Maybe Dracula missed his chance for that one. Ooh. No. Oh, yeah.
Ah.
And you need a supply, young lady. Yep, you need a supply. Yep.
Pass here. I will use wax cylinders, I think.
Oh, he could be hiding in Klausenberg.
Analysis. He's not hidden. Okay, good to know.
So then we kind of know where he is, right? Do we know where he is? He's in 22. Or he went to 28, then to 6, or to 6, and then 28. 28 and 6 would be better because I can go back to 49 potentially, and then go down to Valona and Athens.
I think I should trade one of these.
We
I'll
might
trade
see
the Speedy Telegraph to Mina.
We might see a wolf form. 58 is available.
Just to keep our hands very.
So if you can get back to 49, you can then wolf form up to 58.
Do I night supply here? I think I don't. I think I'm gonna hold her in reserve.
Oh, Van Helsing is going to move there.
My luck with night supplies enough.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I should re-record these. When I record the next one, I will record it in the afternoon when I'm not yawning. Apologies.
Castle Dracula, right?
Oh, he's moved again.
Ah,
Gone back to 49. I think he's in 49 right now.
Unless he's in Galatz.
Oh yeah, he could have gone 6, 28, 22.
We go to Belgrade.
I think he might.
Possible he's doing something involving this move. Okay.
And he can now wolf form from 49, or go back to 50, or go to 55. And if he has fog, oh shit.
It's a vampire.
Vampires everywhere. Yeah, without stake, Van Helsing's coming. And then you're committing Van Helsing in.
Try punching this time because I have retreat so often.
And
Still not a damage even if I give him a point.
if Dracula is able to get to Valona and quickly hop across Adriatic, the hunters might end up getting too trapped in Eastern Europe because Van Helsing have to come in to deal with the vampire. They got other vampires behind it. I'd probably move Seward to Valona to block. Because you don't want Dracula going there. You want to keep Dracula on land. So I would move Seward to 55 to block.
Dodge next.
He doesn't need a supply, he's equipped.
Good chance that he fangs or mesmerizes or strengths. Maybe not as much a chance that he strengths, since he may think that I'm trying to escape here.
He might think you have a knife.
If he plots, it's not that bad.
Well, that mesmerize is pretty important because now a knife won't kill.
It's often to see mesmerize after a punch, especially if that punch failed to cancel a mesmerize. Okay, I'll try with the knife.
But it won't kill
I'm
though.
not too worried about revealing my hand a little here. Because we have Sister Agatha out, our capacity to fight Dracula one-on-one is improved, so needing to obfuscate our weapons is not that big of a deal. I mean, it still is.
Oh well, it cancels the fangs, so well played. Knife doesn't kill though. Because of the mesmerize, but yeah, Dracula doesn't get a point out of that.
Actually gonna dodge here. I think he's gonna go strength.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well played.
I'm gonna try the punch. I think he might mesmerize here. Stay alive.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Actually, he might try to escape, but he knows I have a knife. So, I don't know.
Will he have drawn his second strength?
I don't know.
Maybe. Oh.
Well.
Oh wow, that was kind of risky.
I guessed wrong, but
That was actually kind of risky because he got a knife and he's got another thing for escape his battles. Jack doesn't know that. Whoa. Okay, fair enough. But maybe didn't. I guess a flip of a coin. Do you mesmerize Drac? Escape his miss would be better. Maybe he didn't draw it.
Complain about that, and he didn't get any points. So
Good for Dracula, he got out with a vampire.
Strength of mesmerize.
It's another thing they have to deal with.
So he's adjacent to Belgrade, so he may be physically in 28.
No. He's in 43. 49. 43?
Oh, and then I could trade and then have 1, 2, 3, and then have her jump in. Is that worth it? Man, I don't know about that.
Oh, he's got 7 health. Oof, it's risky.
But let's do it.
Oh man.
I'm willing to live dangerously. Oh, okay. He's in 49. Fascinating.
Oh, and that bat's. Oh, if he gets pushed into the
Okay.
vampire. Yikes. I mean, he's got good stuff now, but he could. So much stuff could get broken here.
You start working your way over to Sezged.
I mean, Dracula can move to 55 for free. Oh, wow.
Oh.
What?
He has a false tip.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And
Oh,
I can't
wow.
cancel that. Now, this won't be too bad, but yeah, good. But you know what? Alright.
Push him down to push him down to room.
So Sezged is now very much a problem, and we're gonna have to probably deal with this.
That's a very good use of false tip. That's you don't see false tip
like.
being used very much. That's pretty nice. I like that. Well played by Drac. Yeah, I like that. And the thing before Sezged might mature as well.
Let's rest.
Because Mina is just not equipped at all. You can't go around with garlic
Get
and...
ambushed by that vampire. That could be fun.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, he's...
ambushed by this vampire. No, I don't think I will.
Oh, I mean, that's actually really good to build an escape route. Okay, so from Dracon's perspective, he might be a bit annoyed because he didn't get Seward. But honestly, like, there's a risk that Seward might have killed the vampire anyway. He's burned another escape route out of him. But I think it'd been pretty cool if he got Dracon to that knife fight. It all then depends on the cards. But even if Seward uses the heavily host on the vampire's not going to die. And he can just play strength, mesmerize, and just Seward won't be able to do anything. And a lot of stuff could get broken. And then if he tried to fight back, he might have killed him. I mean, it's a bit hard to kill Seward, but he's on 7 health. It's slightly easier. One, good strength at the right time, and then a claw, and it's getting pretty close then. It's just asking for anything to go wrong. So yeah, that's actually a really good use of false tip. None of them on big cities. Mina is, so if Mina by just pure chance get a stake, but the problem is, the longer and longer she keeps digging into that deck, she might get the third horse. So then she's going to have to trade it with Godalming. I don't know how many stakes have gone out. We've had Hamburg, Zurich, Van Helsing has one. I don't think one's been burnt. So that means out of those 9 cards, there's a horse and a stake. Huh. Yeah, I think that was still a good use of false tip.
Okay, but he's in Sarajevo currently.
He can move to
from there. The number of possible locations that he could be is not super high.
You can go to Valona for free though.
This is real annoying with Van Helsing. And we kind of have to focus on Sezged. We're gonna need to basically team up.
Yeah, you have to team up on it now, but that's good. So Dracula should probably leave.
Which I'm for.
Leave the east as soon as possible, or maybe even go to Athens and leave.
It'll be a night fight. Ugh, don't like that.
Because the problem is Seward's delayed, so who's going to team?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Mina can't team it, right? Because that's the thing, right? Zed's going to get moved over to here now. So they've only got. Well, yeah, so they got 2 days to kill it. But the problem is, Seward is going to lose a day by moving over here. And if Dracula knows they don't have a stake, he'll just make it a night fight, as he said. So you're going to fight this on the final day before it matures, and it's a night fight. Oh, that's really grim. That's really just asking for bad stuff to happen. Maybe you do kill it, but you might just lose so much stuff. So I don't know as Dracula, what do you do in this situation? Do you go to 55 and then instantly leave, or do you go to Athens and then instantly leave? I think you go to Athens, leave a couple stuff, and then leave, and these stuff are going to be so weak. But then they're going to be on the rail line to get down into here, that's the problem. I don't know, or maybe you go back to 50 now. Because what's Godalming going to do? Jump onto you? No, of course he's not. So maybe you just put down as much stuff in the east as you can. Maybe you do stuff like go to 50, 10, 70, 50. You could stick around for a long time. The problem is that Mina's going to be sitting there supplying, and then you're just asking for more good events to come out. It's a really tricky decision as Dracula. I still haven't quite... No... Unless hunters are dying for this, You just worry that the Huns are just going to accumulate too many good cards if one or two of them are sitting in reserve.
I think that's both as well. Escape route, come on, it's not a very high-end card. I will grab one of these.
And we got him out of the fight though.
Yeah, that,
That saved a lot of bother.
that's sort of helpful.
I'm really intrigued to know what the thing before Zezgid is. What's an 11? I'm really intrigued. Imagine if that's a hoax. Imagine if it's desecrated soil, then he goes to see now and it matures.
It's 11. He likes going back into his trail. Okay, he's probably in 55 right now.
Yeah. He could be in 50, which is a move I'd kind of like. I think you might actually, I think maybe you do stick around longer.
We're gonna have to deal with the new vampire.
And you just weaken Suin and Kadami so much, potentially. Because you don't know until they kill the vampire, you don't know. Oh, no. Don't ambush. Don't ambush. Just hold it.
Unfortunately, this ambush...
yeah, correct decision.
Wise move.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, that's right, he got delayed. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he didn't get pushed. He got pushed by the bats, that's right. So, no.
Actually, no, because for all I know, he's going back.
That's my mistake. Sorry, I'm now the one who's tired. Yeah, Seward's not getting pushed away. Seward's going to be stuck. See, he got moved on to Zezgid. That's right, that's right. So, yeah, they're going to have to night fight it. So, they've actually got. They have got a day fight, but then do you really want to spend a day fight on a vampire? Oh, I mean, yes, but. Wasting a day action. It's really tough.
I'm just going to supply again.
Really tough call. That's the problem. Yeah, he's just going to keep supplying.
Get Vampire Lair Rufus Smith.
Oh, maybe you might want that.
I will search actually.
Oh, he got surprise and return, don't you?
He did not.
Oh, he did go back to Saphir.
So he's in 59 right now.
Yep. Wait, did he misdirect? He did misdirect, right? Oh man, he should have misdirected before he moved.
And unfortunately, makes a lot of sense.
Oh man, I was worried why that would happen. Fuck. Oh man, that's grim. You're gonna have to, yeah, you're gonna have to trade it. But then you're committing Mina in. Oh, well, that's good. That's too good. It's a layer. 59's a layer.
Oh no, he can't be either. Where the heck is he?
Saphir.
This is here. Did he somehow go to Sophia? Okay, he's in Sophia. Fascinating.
Yes, you've got the surprising return. So that's now an interesting decision. Do you move Mina into trade? Or do you move Gadaming out to trade? If Mina moves in, I think then as Dracula, you go into the ocean immediately and take advantage of the fact that Mina's moved in. I think.
Yeah, let's deal with this.
Oh wow, this is gonna be.
I'm gonna use that dog item.
Yeah, use it. It'll be funny. No, I'm joking.
Seward will become delayed.
Okay, so they've got basically 3 chances to kill this. But there's a night fight, so they could lose a lot of strength. They've got to try and kill it this time.
A lot of items here. But
Oh man.
can't really be helped all that much.
Well, if he plays claws or plotting, that's the vampire dead instantly. Wow.
He didn't draw Mesmerizer or Strength. He's freaking dead, but it's very unlikely to draw one of those.
No, here he goes.
I'm gonna have some of these items broken. I prefer. Oh.
Oh,
Okay. Well, there you go.
that's a dead vampire. Wow.
All right.
Fair enough then.
Take some damage.
All that worry and stress for nothing. Oh well. Unfortunate.
Okay. I think he's choosing good. Oh, I was gonna say I thought he was gonna choose Godalming because he can't heal as fast. But I suppose hitting Seward gets him at a lower health. And since he's delayed, it's gonna take a little while for him to get out. And he didn't know that he also played a knife. So.
Oof.
Oh, that's rough.
That is very unlucky.
Has your strength.
That's very unfortunate. And well played by the hunters to go for it anyway. Yeah, that's
I was gonna say lucky. It is divine providence, if anything. Okay.
Oh well, that's actually bought the hunters a lot of time. Oh, but it's gonna mature. Oh, 11's gonna mature though, so that's pretty cool.
No, I'll cycle this.
I imagine that. Oh, can you imagine if that's a vampire? And they spent all that effort. I mean, it's not a lot of effort, but they've killed the new vampire. There's a vampire before it. But then Belgrade would clear, so you kind of don't want that.
Move her here. Let's see what this is. I mean, if this is another vampire, there's still a lot of vampires at me, but no aristocratics, so very well could be. If it is a vampire, it gets rid of this one, so that's, you know. Oh, it's just a spy. Okay, that's not so bad. I can deal with spies.
Is that a decent spy? Yeah.
Spies are okay.
Oh, don't target Godalming because you got the. Oh no. Oh yeah, because the dogs doesn't work on the mature effect. That's right. Yeah. Well, that's okay actually.
Down.
Yeah.
Reasonably speedy telegraph.
I mean, that would have been Seward's only weapon. But then he didn't have any white ones.
I'm not going to play Long Night either. I'm going to move into this space and trade with him, I think.
That sounds fine. Oh, but Godalming's now down an item.
Yeah, we need horses and such. Although you, I think I will move with. I will go on down. I'll go on to Sophia.
You know he's not there, right? So it's like the safest spot to move into. No, he could be in Bucharest. Oh man, that's kind of risky. Whoa, okay. I mean, the chance of him being there is maybe unlikely, but...
I guess I'll do this.
Intriguing. That's 2 weeks of the game gone already, by the way.
To make it here. Yes.
This game is going at quite a pace.
Yeah, to trade that horse around, and then we'll be in.
How far into the game are we? 43 minutes, and there's still half an hour left. Oh wow, okay, this is going to be quite a
no
lane to the game then.
return.
One way or the other.
I will rest and have Mina trade. Yes.
Yeah, 'cause he can't be in Austria-Hungary, so that's fine.
And you go ahead and rest.
How are you going to do with Belgrade? Well, you're not going to do with Belgrade. You just let it mature. I mean, maybe just let it mature, honestly.
I'll take the dogs. Just to obfuscate things.
Oh, the items are so poor.
Right.
Oh man. I don't like
our
the
horses
items at
amongst
all.
the 3 people who need it. And we have Van Helsing here in reserve.
Yeah, that's decent.
Nice. He likes staying on land. I would love a renewed vigor or a consecrated ground, but
He could be
you
in.
don't always get what you want.
Could be in Valona now. He can go to Salonika, Valona. Could be in Valona, Salonika, Valona, Athens. Could be in Constanta.
Where's return? Yeah, I'm really low on items.
Yeah.
I really hate to see it, but you know they don't have the items.
I'd go
So
back
I'm
and
gonna have
supply.
to get
Oh, I don't know.
into a big city.
Oh, nope, no matter. Yeah, just go backwards.
This is gonna have to be Budapest, which I believe is a lair.
Nope, because that's where the spy came from. So in retrospect, maybe it would have been better if you put the spy. Well, I don't know.
You're loaded for bear and with
Matured spies, all right.
We'll check.
Ooh, you could be here now.
Sister Act.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, who has the
Get
sense of
Mina
emergency?
down there.
Oh yeah, you can get into 2v1. Ah, but Mina's got shit stuff though.
Okay, sense of emergency. Worth it to get her in there? I don't
No, she has
think so.
garlic. It's terrible. Don't do that. That's awful. It's probably fog and all. Well, maybe not actually. Ah, man.
I'd use a. I'm gonna move one space, I think. Well, no, I don't know if he's going to sea. Thing is, I want to take care of Belgrade.
You can't get there in time.
I
You have to.
take
Yeah,
care of it with a stake.
you'd have to sense of emergency.
Take care of it with Godalming and Mina. Yeah, I think I just supply here bullets.
I think in this situation, I mean, this is just me. I think the situation that he finds himself in, really poorly equipped with items. I would let Belgrade mature, move Mina back to 11, supply, get your items back in order, because you're almost about to reset the pile, and let Belgrade mature, because then the three things after get wiped if Dracula wants the points. And then you're only going to have to worry about Valona, which is there now, and Dracula might leave to go to sea, and then you're more equipped to chase afterwards. I know it's not good giving up 4 points, because then that's basically 2 days that Dracula, or 2 fewer days Dracula has to move in the 4th week, but you got Hypnosis. Rufus Smith could be brought back into play to really limit his sea movement. That's my opinion, but I can understand why, maybe you don't do that.
Is theoretically useful. Let's horse it up.
To Munich? Yeah, probably. Oh man, I'd probably move to.
The problem is you also need this to be supplying, yeah.
I'd probably go to Munich to supply. Oh, unless Munich's a layer, then no.
I really don't want a night supply, but try the crucifix. That seems like a good idea.
I never get tired of hearing the combat music when it starts up.
And then maybe I'll run away. Or maybe hit him with the Heavenly Host.
Yeah, because he might find you
On
first.
consecrated ground, I'm inclined to just hit him with stuff.
Ah, there it is.
Take that.
Yeah, surprise crucifix. Always good.
And I have Sister Agatha, and we have surprising return to pull Rufus into play. Yeah, I think I go for this fight.
If Dracula takes a lot of
Let's try the
damage,
Heavenly Host.
this could be pretty gnarly.
Soaked up his fangs. And getting a bite would not be the end of the world here. He wouldn't heal off of it. He would get the bite result.
Oh, wow.
Aha.
That's 7 damage already. Holy moly. Yeah,
Now we're cooking with gas.
1v1 combats can work. Yeah, that's a really good result. Dracula's now movement is going to be so
Actually,
limited.
escaping his bad would not be that bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm okay with him escaping his bad.
Basically, because this fight, I don't know what's going to happen next, but because this fight's going so well, this is basically offsetting the fact that the Huns are so ill-equipped on items. They're going to just waste the time. Time they're going to be wasting dealing with items is so offset by this.
And I have Hypnosis for when he goes to sea. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about
Yeah,
this.
it's such a good position to be in. Oh wow, and he just soaked up his strength. Wow, that's just everything about this fight's going so well.
I think maybe we go
For the Hunters.
knife. No, he knows we have a knife. Yeah, I'm gonna go for crucifix here, and then I think I'll do knife next. Him escaping is bad. I'm okay with. He'll take 2 damage. Getting clawed here would be kind of bad.
Got no great strength to mop it up. Oh wow.
Okay, that's
Well,
not so bad. Again,
yeah,
we're
you're-
soaking up the strength against the crucifix.
Yeah, against an item he already knows
So
about.
now we go for the knife, I think.
I guess then you could dodge last turn, so Seward's not going to die here.
Again, if he escapes, we do a bunch of damage to him. It's only 2 strengths, right? Yeah, 1 mesmerize. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this move.
Because he can't really heal because of
I suppose he
Aggie.
can escape his mist, but he'll take 2 damage if he does. Okay. I'll take that. And we just dodge on the final move. And yeah, he'll escape his bad.
And because he's not mesmerized, Dracula's now down to 3 health. Oh my days. Yeah, this is
Actually,
absolutely.
when I wish I had played Long Night so we could move out of Dracula's space. That's the use of not Long Night I never thought of. Okay, man, Seward. Kicking names and taking
How much was that?
stuff.
10 damage in 1v1 combat. That is pretty gnarly.
And then I just dodge to...
That is not often.
I don't think I can trade him an escape route. Because he'll likely want to feed and stay in place.
No, escape route's been used. I think only once I got like 11 health on Drac, but that was pretty. It's so unusual to see a combat, a 1v1 combat goes so in the hunter's favor. I don't think I've ever watched it being done. That's just unreal. Especially against, you know, like, I think I've only done it once. I think it was 11 health I did, but it was against a newer player. These are two experienced players we're talking about, so this is just, yeah, I've never seen it like that, where you have, you know, hunters come out so favored in a 1v1. That's just now turned the entire, this one combat has just changed the entire game so heavily in the hunter's favor, because now Dracula's just hobbling for the whole game. Rufus Smith will come out, so his sieve movement, even if he feeds, his sieve movement is going to be so limited. The only saving grace for Dracula is he's got a 4-point vampire that's about to mature. But then that means that the whole trail is cleared more or less, and the hunters can do whatever they want.
Though if he does, we'll move in with good dominate.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense going for claws. Yeah.
Good fight. Man, what was he at? 13 at the beginning? I did 10 damage, I think, there.
Yeah, pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I hit him with the knife and the crucifix and the heavenly host. Whew, boy.
Huh.
Bats. Bats ain't bad.
In this,
early, but
in this is because you're taking 2 damage from
I
Aggie.
think I risk a night supply here.
No. I mean,
I don't think I need to.
oh, because he's healing. Yeah, of course, before the day fight. Yeah. If he was delayed, that'd been different.
Trade with Mina.
Hypnosis.
Yeah, we'll get her hypnosis. We'll take blood transfusion, and
That's
I'm
decent.
gonna give you. I'm gonna give you sense of emergency and take long night. Yeah.
No, because you need
Go
to.
ahead and reveal speedy telegraph.
Do you need to combo
I'm
speedy
gonna
telegraph and
trade for that
hypnosis?
knife.
Oh, that I like though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's alright.
You're just
That's
gonna
a decent trade.
trade up for stuff.
Yeah.
Supply. You ain't doing it. Well, that's less useful.
Oof, yeah, if you got any escapes, your hand is so limited. Oh
Well,
man, that's rough.
you gonna feed? You wanna try to fight me and get some points? Or are you gonna go to C? The thing is, if he goes to C, he's kind of stuck there. So, yeah, feeding. That's the correct move.
But now Mina can jump in, but then we don't know what Valona is. It could be Fog. Ah, Belgrade's gonna mature. So Dracula might get some points on the board here.
Okay, day fight. Okay.
Nope.
And what is surprising return? Might use long night, but I'm not going to. And I'm not using speedy telegraph. Okay, this I don't feel quite as good about. Could die here. Which I'm kind of okay with.
You just try to hurt him?
I'm gonna punch. I don't think he expects me to punch. I think he expects me to run away. If he bites, he doesn't get the healing off of it.
And does Sud have any really big events?
Ooh.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Because I guess Dracula might think in that situation that you are just going to throw out your knife to do as much damage as you can before you die. So yeah, I think probably might have been expecting the strength there.
Wow, that's bold. But hey, it worked against me. I'll escape. I think there's a chance he tries to plot here.
It all depends on what Dracula's hang is.
It's not
Yeah.
a great chance.
It all depends on Dracula's hand. If Dracula's got a shit hand of 3 escapes and a plotting, you're going to play plotting here hoping he dodges. There's just a chance. But all it takes, if Dracula's got a hand full of claws, then that's a dead Seward right there. Well, that works too. Keep him in. That makes sense. Gets mesmerized out of your hand as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with punch. It's so obvious I dodge here. Of course, it was obvious the first time.
All depends
But
on
this
what.
is even less risky. I mean,
All depends on what Dracula's hand is. If he's got all aggressive stuff, he'll play something aggressive. If he's got a mixture, he's gonna have to be planning things a bit more. Ooh, that's a dead sword.
And no great strength. I don't think I lose too much out of this. Obviously, points is not great.
That's 4 health, and then if that vampire matures,
we use the Heavenly Host. He didn't get any healing out of it.
that's
so
that's
good.
Drac up to 8
I
points.
don't think we engage with Mina in this circumstance. No, we gotta take care of this freaking vampire.
But you can't, because you got no items. Oh, there's the stake. Oh my god. Ah, the item deck is so horrible sometimes. And the event deck. Other times it's perfect for you.
I think she can kill this. I think she can kill the vampire in Belgrade.
At night? That's really risky.
Let's keep supplying. We need stuff.
Yeah, just rinse through your
still
deck.
holding on to that stake in the event that that card that I want shows up. Okay, let's see if we can get rid. No,
Whoa, that was almost a misclick. Yikes. Okay, you can get that. Are you gonna ambush?
Belgrade. Deal with this vampire. We have garlic, which is nice.
I don't know if I'd ambush in this situation. Oh, he does ambush. Ah. I mean, obviously in hindsight, 'cause I know what he's got. Oh, it's a 1 health vampire. Oh, I forgot that. Oh my god, no.
I'm gonna try punch.
Ah, man. I think you bait him into the night fight.
Garlic will help.
Ah, man. I just want an exciting game. That's what I want. Yeah, I wouldn't have ambushed here because then there's it's just too easy that you get the wrong cards. Night fights are so risky. And you know he doesn't have great strength. So
we might try the garlic here.
I would have drawn it, I suppose. Oh, with 1 health vampire. Maybe didn't remember it had 1 health. Oh, well, that doesn't really matter because the knife would kill anyway.
I'm gonna try the knife. I'm gonna try the knife here. This may be a bad idea, but I think he might try the fangs when this moves.
If you know with Reckless,
I just use my garlic.
You gotta try and play a defensive card now, then play Escape as Mist if he's drawn it. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, he almost picked Punch. That's unreal.
Let's see, why is the Reckless Vampire at low resolution? It's a graphical bug. Always has been. Yeah, it's just...
Wow. Obviously, we have no idea what the combat cards were for Drac, but oh, man, I still think you do that in the night because you can do way more damage to the hunter. Maybe you think he had a stake. Just imagine if it'd been flipped the other way and if he'd played punch instead of knife. I mean, if Drac had anything else, it probably wouldn't matter because if he had claws, doesn't matter, he'd die to a punch. So I guess going fangs was the only option in that scenario, but that's why I don't know. Oh well, never mind. But it's all academic.
It's just how he is.
But that could have been 8 points on the board.
Let's see.
And then he's getting towards like.
He has surprising return. And he's dying.
But you can play it.
I play this?
Because it's the next dawn that you go.
Weird. I will play this card.
Oh.
And search.
No.
Wait, I should have played it for the ally.
Oh man. Oh, you missed him for the ally effect.
did go to Salonica. Okay, that's useful. Yeah, but I should have played him for the allies.
I bet there's so much stuff to deal with. There's no rumor token, but oh my days. If Dracula now moves to like 3, there's so many things to clear up. Maybe they just might just let everything mature. Oh.
Oh well.
But then if you gave away 4 points, that would have been good either.
We'll heal up. Yeah, dying in the day is pretty bad.
I hadn't realised Surprising Return was still triggered because he goes to the hospital at dawn.
Wait.
That's really funny.
Surely not.
No, he's dead.
Hypnosis, emergency, long night. Okay, yeah. You'll heal up. He does unfortunately know what Mina has, so we'll want to avoid a 1v1.
Oh, Gyro, never change.
It's very common. He's probably going to us.
To be fair, Mina was quite well equipped because she had the 2 anti-fang items. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It really restricts Dracula's turn.
And Renewed Vigor would be really good right about now. But no, we gotta clean up this trail.
So much stuff.
Taking out a lot of named vampires. A lot of fighting vampires.
But wait, if I was a fighting vampire, why didn't he ambush it with Valona? When Seward walked in, because I would have made that all much easier.
Not gonna play any of these. Don't need to play Long Night. My various speedy telegraphs. Let's move though.
I mean, I don't like running. I mean, he's got a stake, I suppose.
We'll go on and see what they got going on here.
I'll just leave as Dracula because Mina and Gadami are committing so far east here. From his Seward popped up in the wrong freaking hospital.
Oh, it's here. That's a fine place for him, I suppose.
It should be by road. He's closer to this hospital. I think that's an implementation error, I think.
Or Renewed Vigor.
Unless I'm mistaken. I need to look at the rules again.
Very nice those cards would be.
Just Dracula is good to see. While these two are distracted. Seward's very ill equipped. It's just Van Helsing.
Right. Well, you have a stake, so that's nice.
Oh.
Doggos.
Oh dear, that's bad. I mean, good.
Well, he can take some damage.
Yeah, he can. As the tank, he can absorb it, but.
I will night supply here. Yeah. Newspaper reports.
Oh, wow. 2 newspaper reports
And
out of the 3
let's
bottom
trade
cards.
With
Unreal.
you. I will give you. Excellent weather actually seems like a good idea. Yeah. And let's see what's in Sophia. It's a mob. I will just take the damage. Okay, so he's in Athens right now, surely. Do I still have Surprising Return? Man, I really should have played Rufus for Rufus. Oh.
Oh, he's
So
hiding.
I'm guessing he's doing that because he has fog.
I mean, because he knows the wax cylinders is gone because Seward died.
Yeah, he's been through the whole deck. He has fog. He's clearly sitting on fog. Do I have forewarned? I don't think I do. So we just ignore it, I think.
Yeah, because he's done his feeds. Unless there's a desperate soil. But there's a heavenly host.
You can have your stinking fog.
Why'd you put rheumatoid and aristocratic though? Oh, well, that's
Rumors
useless.
will not do me any good. Great, now we can go through and maybe get another horse. She has a weapon, so I'm not too worried about Salonika. Knight check here. That's a little scary.
Is this Fog?
It's probably an aristocratic.
No.
It's FoD. Okay. Knight supply, I don't think so. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 13. That's actually really good odds.
Not the best odds.
It's actually quite good odds.
13 out of 40. It's like normal odds. Oh,
Forewarned.
wow. Well, fair enough.
Trade for the forewarned.
That's alright.
And can have long night. And I'll search this as always.
Oh.
Aristocratic vampire. Let's delay it up. All right.
Dracula can't heal. And even if he goes to, if he moves to
Cagliari,
Cagliari,
renewed vigor.
he won't get there.
Get pranked. Oh, with the fog. Fog. Yeah.
I mean, Hans is still in a good position because of the fact that
He has 4 points.
if that reckless had matured, oh.
Into Sarajevo.
Oh, that's really cool.
Fascinating. Okay.
Because they're both delayed. And he's got a free turn, and Gadami's trapped in fog for a turn longer. Oh, that's very cool. 'Cause I guess he realizes at sea he's never going to win, right?
Sure
He's going to go to the castle.
Clever a move as you think it is, buddy. But it's certainly new.
Oh,
Great
wow.
strength. I'll take that.
So, I respect that move because even though it looks incredibly risky if Hans gets consecrated ground, if he doesn't make it to the castle in time. But honestly, I think if Dracula goes to sea, I don't think he wins. Because of the fact that he took so much damage. If the Reckless had matured, he could have, especially the Ruthless in play, I guess he could have, what's the day today? Is this Saturday? So that was Friday night. If you went Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, lands, moves. Right, okay, so the fact, if the Reckless Vampire had matured, Dracula could have moved 3 sea spaces, and he would have then landed to win. Land, and then move once more. Assuming Consecrated Ground hadn't come out, he'd be fine. I think now he's only on 4 points. I think he's going to try and get to the castle in time because these two have horses. Mina's going to have a horse though. Gadami's trapped in fog until Dracula gets to 28. So this is Saturday night moves to 6. Sunday night moves here. Goes to Castle Dracula. Ooh. All depends on how quickly Seward and Van Helsing move. I think it's not a bad play. I don't know if going into the lair, maybe you clear the lair, so then Dracula doesn't know, because you could have gone to... I don't know.
I can move, buddy, if you wanna commit.
Yeah. That's only downside.
Just staying in this spot. That is okay by me.
Yeah, Van Helsing's kind of equipped to come in.
The surprising return.
Nope.
Or a sense of emergency.
Oh, Mina does.
You do. You don't need sense of emergency.
Van Helsing needs sense of emergency. Yeah.
Give me that sense of emergency. Here, you take a... Actually, just hold on to that. That's probably good. Healing seems like a good idea.
The fact they got great strength is such a big coup for him now. Because Dracula might take a favourable fight for him, but then actually, great strength.
Glad that he was able to wolf over his location. There's been once or twice a bug where that is not possible.
That's if it's wolf form from sea. then it doesn't work. If it's completely land to land wolf form, it works fine.
This is a pretty gnarly location, which is interesting.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter 'cause it's never going to mature, right?
Red.
Oh, I don't know about that move.
Okay.
The funny thing is he's actually now traded Sense of Emergency off Mina.
Sure, that's as clever a move as you think it is, buddy. I think I'm gonna actually play Long Night here. Not sure I'll use it, but
Yeah, I don't know. Would have maybe it was a misclick, or he didn't clear the layer first. I think going to Zagreb with the layers all right, but I think I probably would have still cleared it because then he wouldn't know if it's Zagreb or Sofia. I haven't had Zagreb, Sarajevo rather.
He's got a few things I can get rid of. Vampire Lair. Okay,
Oh wow!
Let's get rid of.
Good luck, because you're not going to need it now, or maybe because you got 2 speedy telegraphs.
Let's get rid of a speedy telegraph. I don't think I need 2 of them.
Yeah.
I might be doing some night supplying here.
I'd love to know if that was an intentional moving to the layer move, or if you just forgot to clear it. Maybe he said it in the chat. Oh. Ah, they can sense of emergency afterwards. Yeah. Oh, yikes. Layer? I think it's a layer. Oh, it isn't.
Wolf form's off cooldown.
Now,
trade Sense of Emergency to Seward since he
now the problem is Godalming's free of the fog.
Oh, I could move here if I wanted to. I really don't, though.
You just Vampire Lair, and that's actually going to buy Hans an extra day. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm going to try to work on this ticket economy.
Where do you need to move to, no?
Since he's going to be getting surprising return.
Says what? He's been.
Sense of emergency, I should say.
Yeah, you've been mispronouncing that all game.
No. I guess I could take excellent leather, give it to somebody who could use it. But I don't know who could use it right now, so. I could move here. This is on the trail, though, isn't it? Yeah, it's got a ton of encounters on it.
I think the problem is.
That's a recipe for not having very good times.
Dracula's just got to make too many moves to win, I think.
Vampire Lair, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I just need to go stake this, whatever this is, with. Go to the Lemming. Okay. Now I think I do use Speedy Telegraph.
Check 53. Oh man. I made it to the 4th week.
No, not newspaper. Ah, what the hell? Let's verify it. Yeah. Speedy Telegraph. Okay.
You're gonna roll slow? Nope. Right. Surely it has to be a 53, right? Not. No way he went to 58.
Yes. You there? You are. Well, how about that? Hello, Mr. Dracula. How are you this fine day? I am doing just fine. I was thinking that right about now would be a great time to kill a vampire. And since I think I'm about to kill you, I'm going to use Vampire Lair to score more points, so to speak.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Sense of urgency.
Yes, Sud can get there.
And we really need to get Van Helsing in here.
Well, but he can't eat because he's not on the rail
Oh,
line.
but he doesn't... Oh, I thought he had a thing that he does not.
Nope, only one sense of emergency.
Dear. Okay.
Maybe you should have blocked 50, kept him at 58 so you could have railed,
in that case,
but then he would have been able to trade. Ooh. I guess he could misdirect Zagreb, but then he wouldn't know, but the problem... Oh, Dracula's so boxed in. Even if he did get out of the combat, where's he going to? I mean, there are 4 locations, I suppose, and Godalming's... Well, look, Godalming can move here, but then this thing, Athens might mature. I think it's just going to be too many moves to win, I think. The Hunters have just a little bit too much movement. I think maybe going to the lairs was the mistake. If he'd wolf formed without going onto the lair, you wouldn't know if he's in Zareva or Sofia. And then next move you wouldn't know if he's in Zagreb or 6 or 10. And then the next move after that, you know, he could have gone around this way. Hunters probably wouldn't have checked all the way over here. It's risky because then, of course, then 10 might get blocked and he can never get back in. Oof.
I think we still have a decent chance of killing him here.
Yeah, you might just kill him in this combat. That's the thing, right?
Oh, what? They're using the vampire lair? No, I'm gonna try to win the metagame.
It's all about points, right? Well, it's about the win, and then it's about points. So
yeah, we'll just come knives out. Meta game and all that.
The points matter.
Send Van Helsing in, I think.
Unlike who signs it anyway, the points matter.
I mean, he was doing good, and you know he made it into the final week, so he's gonna get an extra 2 points or something like that.
Yep, extra 2 points.
Okay, mesmerization, that's fine. We have great strength to prevent the death. Boom. Okay, that looks pretty good. Sword, use a gun. Bang, 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 bang.
So you have to target Seward here because you should know that Mina only has garlic.
Garlic. I think he maybe doesn't know that I have garlic. This is his kind of one chance to try to get me. Stabby. Why? What's up? I used the vampire lair. There's nothing wrong with me using vampire lair to try to get a little bit of a better score for the final bit.
No, that's...
You save vampire lair. And I just drew it. If it's any consolation, I just drew it. Okay, all right. He was like, "Hey, I got 4 points. I feel good about it." Okay. Yeah. You got.
Yeah, I'd probably say that makes it worse.
Despair.
Oh wow, so he's dead now to Seward.
Well, garlic.
Maybe didn't have a mesmerize or a strength.
Overall, hopefully this has taught you the power of night supply and the risk. I mean, ultimately, yeah, the false tip was kind of annoying, but did it ruin my game? No, I think getting the newspaper reports was very good, and the other night supply actions I did were very helpful. So I'll probably name this video something to do with night supplies being good. GG. They're my points too, though. But they are my points too, though. Maybe. Okay. All right. I mean, it's the nature of the tournament thing. Use Vampire Lair. You know, it gets you more points. Anyway, hopefully you've learned something from this game, and if not, get over it. Godspeed.
So yeah, I think, so generally actually it was a really good game. I didn't expect to sit down, because I saw the length of the video, I was like, oh, you know, it might be quite a short thing. It got to Monday of 4th week. So it's actually played at a really good pace, and it was actually a really good game actually. Definitely quite back and forth. Yeah, getting that newspaper was pretty ridiculous, and that kind of then pushed the game back into the Hunters' favour. But the Hunters were struggling for quite a while, honestly. I feel like the items were so... I mean, it's not the Hunters' fault, but it's just the way the items came out, and certain situations could have been a lot worse than they actually were. Teaming up on the new vampire was the only solution. The false tip use was pretty good to stop the state coming in, so I think that was a decent play. Just got really unfortunate, no mesmerize or strength, and potentially that vampire could have stayed alive. I think the real turning point really was actually the reckless vampire. I think ambushing Mina was the incorrect choice. I get it because maybe she had a stake and you want to try and get 1 point in of damage. But is 1 point worth it? I think you still maybe hedge your bets a little bit, that maybe the hunters do not have that 4th stake. Of course they might do, and then you'd feel really sad about it, but if the vampire's on 1 health, and I'm not, maybe Piratejoe might have forgotten that it was on 1 health, but there's so much stuff going on. That's not, I'm not saying that as a criticism. It's just, I've done it too. The number of times where I've got vampires all over the place, and because in the interface you can't see when you click on them how much health they have remaining. So, when you got a hunter on a vampire on 1 health like that, you kind of want to bait them into a night fight. And if they use a stake on a 1 health vampire, I mean, okay. If that had matured, yeah, it would have wiped the trail, but that's 4 more points. And then you got up to 8 points, and then, yeah, even with the Vampire Lair, but then he only played Vampire Lair because he was confident he would kill Dracula in that combat. Otherwise, Athens would have matured, and that could have been an aristocratic, and, it could have been Folg and aristocratic, or Folg and another vampire, and then, or bats or something. So then that would never mature. I mean, I think there was another forewarned kicking around, so you might have been able to trade it over to take that into account. But still, maybe not, if other stuff is going on. I remember the forewarned. Maybe it was Godalming, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered. But who knows, but then, Dracula didn't know they drew second forward, right? So actually, Dracula was pretty close to winning when you look at it. It doesn't look like it. When you see the final score, that would have been 2 influence with the 2 IDS boost because of getting to the 4th week. It actually doesn't really reflect, the quality of the game. Like, it was a pretty back and forth game. I think both sides had really good moments in it. The combat from Quincy, especially the combat in Valona, was very, very good. Like that really swung the game back in the Hunters' favor a lot. But then Seward died for it. So, giving up 4 points, but Dracula takes 10 damage. Is that worth it? Probably. But I think it's in the follow-up, right? I think you had a real opportunity, as if I think from the Dracula perspective, had a real chance there to really screw the Huns over. Because, imagine if he got Mina into a night fight, all it takes is the wrong combat card round 1, and then Mina could lose something. And then, really, as the vampire, you're not trying to kill Mina. Killing Mina is just a bonus, but you want the vampire to survive. Mina would have been extremely weak. Maybe would have killed her in the end. And then, it makes that then potential wolf form play even stronger. Because Mina is over there, but Mina's got really low health. Even lower than she did. So then they wouldn't be able to do that. I still think wolf forming out of Athens, I really actually think that was the right play. There is a risk of consecrated ground, but I don't think you win by going to sea. Even especially if Rufus had been in play, but Rufus wasn't in play. It would have been made almost impossible. I think that was the right move though, because it caused the hunters to start making decisions. They couldn't just stock up and supply all the time. The only one was Godalming, because he was trapped in fog. I guess though then the counter argument would be if that vampire had matured, the fog wouldn't have existed, right? Because let me think, it's Belgrade. I can't remember Dracula's trail. Let's see, can I see it here? Belgrade, and then he went Sophia, right? Oh no, that's right. He went to Sarajevo after Belgrade, and then so the fog still would have been in Valona. Oh, that's right. That's right. So Godalming would have still probably been trapped in the fog. Huh. Yeah, and maybe you could have wolf formed to Sophia. Misdirect Sophia, but then you don't know which way you're going. And then Dracula could have potentially bought time, go to Bucharest, make it look like you're going to the castle, but you actually go east. If you get caught, you're really trapped. But if you save your fog, it might work, and you might end up getting the 2 movements you need over here. Then with Vampire Lair, but then if he uses Vampire Lair, then how do you stop, if there is a vampire in Athens, how do you stop it if it's a fighter vampire? The Hounders wouldn't have played Vampire Lair. They knew there was a fighter vampire here to stake here. So then you'd have to trade it over to Van Helsing, and Van Helsing would have wanted to move instead of playing Vampire Lair, and then it creates a lot of awkward issues. So I think actually Wolframing out of Athens was correct. I think it caused the Hunters to make decisions. And in the end, it worked out. But I think going on to the layers was a mistake. Maybe Sarajevo's okay, but I think then after that, I don't think you walk onto layers anymore. You need to try and obfuscate your location so that the Hunters don't actually know where you are, and they're kind of hoping they get lucky. Because there's always a chance that they picked the wrong one, right? If they knew where you are, in 49 then 59, they can sort of navigate around you, and that's why the sense of emergency play works. He knew, oh right, I'm free movement away so we can get there. But then a 2v1, Piratejoe was right, and if the combat cards had been slightly better, maybe he could have broken one knife, mesmerized the weapon that Seward had, and then suddenly they're left on only punches. And potentially could have got, okay, the great strength would have saved me if she was bitten. But that might have been all that was necessary, maybe. Just to get out of the fight. Might be able to beat up Seward enough to kill him, potentially. Depends on just what the cards were. And then who knows what would have happened, right? And if he does get into Castle Dracula and gets all that 5 health back and then feeds on top of it, suddenly he's like, oh crap, now he's got 8 health more. Mina potentially could have been in worse health because of the whole Belgrade shenanigans with that vampire. The whole game then changes. It's I've noticed that a lot actually. I've had a few games as Dracula where a lot of it can just come down to a single vampire, and the whole game can really swing back into the Hunter's favor if they clear that vampire much easier than they expected. But I think in general, it's a really cool game. There's a lot of stuff, and Dracula didn't go to sea at all. To play essentially 3 full weeks of only land movement I think that's really good. It was actually a really good play by both sides. I was really happy, just really enjoyed that. But it's now 12:30, so I'm going to bed. But I hope you really enjoyed this and hearing my thoughts about it. I don't know if I added much insight beyond Quincy's commentary, but I don't know why I'm flicking through. Sorry, I'll stop touching the mouse. The fact that I can look at it from the perspective of I'm not involved in the games, I haven't got the emotional connection, and also the fact I'm doing it just, in a nice relaxing environment rather than, being tired with work or whatever and then having to think, oh, I have to play this game now. It's the same tomorrow. I've got a match against Mr. Green. So I know for a fact that, before the match, because I've got an early start tomorrow, I might have to have a little nap or something just to refresh beforehand. But it's pretty tricky trying to, play this game well and with work kicked in. So yeah. Well, congrats to Quincy. In the end, it was a big points victory. But now that you've seen from the game that sometimes the score can actually kind of hide what was going on. There's a lot of really cool moments in here. So anyway, so hopefully I'll get time at some point over the weekend to review the other game between Quincy and Fangs of Fire. And I shall see you in the next video. Maybe that one or a different one, whatever you so choose. Very soon. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.